Darnell with Whale Oven Recipes, and today I've got a recipe for the Instapot. It's a cranberry beans recipe I've put together that I think is going to turn out pretty nice. So I'm going to bring you along with me on this journey, and we're going to start these cranberry beans in the Instapot. And if you haven't heard of cranberry beans before, I'm telling you, these things, their nutritional value is off the charts, and they have a nice flavor. So we're going to get started with that now. Alright, so I've got myself 1 pound of cranberry beans here. I've got 8 cups of cold water. I've got 1 teaspoon of applewood smoked sea salt, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I've got 4 teaspoons of minced garlic. If you're using whole garlic cloves, then take about 8 of those and you can chop them up. And I've got 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Got my Instant Pot Ultra 60. Sometimes I say Instapot by accident, but my Instant Pot. And so basically, I'm going to open it up here and going to pour my water in, my 8 cups of cold water. And I am using the non-stick pot with my Instapot Ultra. And now I'm going to pour in my beans, my 1 pound of cranberry beans. Now I'm going to pour in my applewood smoked sea salt. Just get it swirled around there. Put in a little bit of cayenne pepper. Put in my garlic. Garlic's kind of causing a little splashing, but that's okay. Oops, make sure I get it all in there. Didn't even drop it in there though. Then my little bit of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to just take this tool that comes with the Instapot and just kind of swirl things around there just to make sure everything's evenly distributed. Alright, so that's it for the ingredients. Alright, so I got the lid on here like that. Lock it down like that. The Instant Pot Ultra 60 automatically locks up. Once you lock that lid down, it automatically closes that vent, seals the vent so that you only get your little vent through here and you don't get any other venting coming on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this cook going. Alright, so this is how we get going with the cook. We just hit this button to wake the Instant Pot up. It's already on pressure cook. So I'm going to press the button in again. One more time. I press in. I'm going to go down to 30 minutes. And otherwise, well, I'm going to press in to lock that in. Otherwise, I could go down by turning the knob to pressure if I wanted to make it something different, but I want high. I'm not going to have any delay, and I don't mind having the keep warm in place. So that's what I'm going to run, 30 minutes, high pressure, pressure cook. And going to go ahead and hit start. Things are rolling here. And I'm going to just kind of turn my pot a little bit so it's not so far under my cabinet. And when I start, I guess when it's doing its release, it'll be able to spew out without getting things under my cabinet as much. So just turn it around there a little bit. But it's starting to cook, it's starting to try and build up pressure. So it's going to do that, then it's going to start cooking for 30 minutes. So I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay, after 18 minutes, things have gone from pressuring down here to preheating. So our vent indicator is up now. It's prominently sticking up there. You can see it here now pretty good, sticking up pretty good. So it's up and things are pressurized, it's preheating, getting ready to start cooking. I'll bring you back in a little bit. And I wanted to mention that, usually if you're just taking hard beans, you gotta soak them for like 8 hours or more, and then you can cook them. Here with the Instant Pot, it's basically gonna go a lot quicker. No need to have to do any pre-soaking, you just throw them in and cook them up. And so I'll bring you back. Okay, so after 21 minutes, things started actually cooking. We got 30 minutes on our time indicator. We see that it's indicating that it's actually cooking. Up here, I wanted to mention this is the pressure indicator that is popped up. That's the pressure indicator. Our vent is sealed shut. You keep the vent sealed while you're pressure cooking. So, gonna let this cook for its 30 minutes, and then I'll bring you on back. Okay, so the Instant Pot is down to the last minute. It doesn't show seconds, so when it just shows 1 minute, you know it's getting ready to be over with. So after some beeping, I didn't include that beeping, but the cook is done after it cooked for 30 minutes. It shows you the graph here, how things cooked, and that it's just keeping things warm. And so now that it's done with the cook, we can see that the pressure valve is still up. It's doing a natural vent. I'm not going to press the pressure release button. I'm going to let it do a natural vent. So I'm going to just let this kind of set as is for up to 30 minutes. I'll give it up to 30 minutes to finish, and we'll see when that pressure valve goes down, but I'll give it up to 30 minutes. And I mean, hey, a cook of beans that takes a little over an hour is far better than waiting 8 hours or more to soak them and then try and cook them up. So I'll bring you on back in a bit. Okay, so while the beans have been just kind of setting while things do the natural release, the timer on the Instant Pot counts up while things are just resting. And so it shows that things have been resting for 30 minutes now, and it shows my pressure levels come down some. I'm going to go ahead and release things at this point. So I'm going to get this camera adjusted so you can see that pressure release when I kick that off. Alright, so it's pressure release time. I'm just going to stick my finger right here under the handle and just let it rip. And that's all the pressure that's left. Not much. Not a whole lot. No volcano of any kind. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to let this pressure release till that indicator drops, to show that all the pressure has been released, and now it has dropped. So basically we've done a pretty decent job here releasing our pressure. Alright, so I'm going to get myself a bowl now that I know my pressure's been released. I'm going to go ahead and open up, see what's going on in there. Alright, so it looks like we've got our beans and a lot of fluid. Basically at this point, you want to drain all the fluid off of your beans so that you can use them in whatever dish you're going to use them in. But I just want to show you these beans here. You can see they look pretty good. I'm just going to put those in a bowl. And there's the inside of the bowl. You basically got to drain all that off, you know, when you're going to store them or use them in another dish or what have you. But quick cooking of beans for sure. So I'm going to get the camera adjusted and do a taste test of these cranberry beans from the Instant Pot Ultra. Instant Pot Ultra, that is. Sorry. Always get that mixed up. Alright, so our cranberry beans from the Instant Pot Ultra. Let's do a taste. Pretty good. Let's try one more. Okay, they're at a good point, kind of between firm and mushy. You know, some of them feel real firm, some of them feel a little mushy, but they're kind of like at a good midway point there. You give it about 30 minutes to natural release before you let the pressure out and get in there. So they turn out pretty good. They taste pretty good. They have, you know, because of the cayenne pepper, they have a little bite to it. And, you know, basically you can put in whatever you want to put in to make your beans taste the way you want. This is just my personal recipe for my beans for this run. And so this is how you can cook up some beans fast in the Instant Pot. And so I'm on superwaveovenrecipes.com. I'm also on Twitter at waveovenrecipes. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. share your comments, share the video with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and good eating.